You've probably done planks before, but not like this. Today, we are unlocking the power of plank variations to fire up your core from every angle. But here's the twist. One of these planks works and targets a hidden muscle that everyone neglects and helps your abs really pop. Spoiler alert, it was developed by a former Soviet Special Forces trainer. And it kind of makes you wonder if Ivan Drago from Rocky IV did this to get his abs. But without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started into our first variation, which is called the Spider-Man plank. So you're gonna be a superhero for a little bit. So 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. We're gonna set up like a regular plank. And then what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna lift our legs up to the side. So make sure we're not sticking the bum up like this, like no never mind. So we're gonna keep them like this. We're just gonna start lifting the legs to the side. My goodness. Golly gee gumdrops, gee willikers, holy Toledo. You a superhero today. My goodness, just like the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man doing the Spider-Man planks. We got about 25 seconds to crank this out. So keep pushing it, guys. You guys are doing absolutely phenomenal, okay? So we almost there. We almost there. We got 15 seconds. Should be burning like holy heck because we're going into abduction as well. My goodness, we should be feeling that core light up like a Christmas tree. You're doing great, okay? 3, 2, 1, and boom. So absolutely phenomenal. So really great job, guys. So again, before we keep cranking it out, I want you to keep something in the back of your mind that's a word of power, okay? And today the word of power is, my body deserves care, appreciation, and nourishment. So make sure you get some good nutrients in as well. So you got a couple seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started into the next variation. We're gonna go into our side plank. So we're gonna set up laying on our side, elbows stacked underneath our shoulder, top leg over top and in the front. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna lift up the hip. We're gonna make sure everything is nice and level while we're holding the side plank. Holy Toledo. We should be feeling pretty darn good on the obliques. Again, internal, external obliques are being blasted from this. External run this way, internal run the opposite way into the opposite pocket on the back, and they're just underneath. So holy Toledo, planks are awesome, especially the side plank, just because it helps work on those obliques through stabilization. So you guys are doing great, okay? So we almost there. We just got about 12 seconds of holy heck before we start cranking out the opposite side. And again, we're set up like this just so we can rotate to the other side, but I'm actually gonna do a spin-a-rooney so that you're not looking at my backside for 40 seconds. So just the demo, we're gonna switch like this and you can go into your side plank, okay? So you got your 20 seconds to kind of rest and relax, and then we'll go ahead and we'll crank out the other side, okay? But all in all, you're doing absolutely phenomenal. You're doing really great, okay? And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. That way you stay up to date with all the exercises to come. So you guys are doing great. Almost there, 3 seconds. We're gonna hit the opposite side now, okay? So I'm gonna set it like this. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna lift up. Boom, awesome. Same rules apply. Making sure we're nice and level. Hips are nice and level. Top leg is in front. So you guys are doing great, okay? So remember, core should be burning like holy heck. Obliques lighten up like a Christmas tree. Remember, when muscles burn, muscles 79 to 80% water, right? Boiling water turns to steam, and steam powers locomotives. So choo-choo, next stop is victory and triumph for you. We almost there. We got 18 seconds of holy heck before we crank out the last variation and the fun variation that helps blast our ever so fun TVA or transverse abdominis. My goodness, golly gee gumdrops. It's almost like a full body 1-2. And just hold that one as long as you can when we get to it, okay? So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the RKC plank. So it engages pretty much everything in our full body as we're doing the movement and really helps target that TVA or transverse abdominis, which is just underneath and wraps all the way around. And that essentially makes up your trunk, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up like a regular plank. We wanna make sure that our arms are not like this. We got train track arms, so we're not going into internal rotation. So from here, we're gonna set up like this, train track arms. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna extend it out like this. From here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze our heels together. We're gonna squeeze the butt. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our sternum, and I want you to think bringing your sternum in. So we're gonna be tucking the ribs essentially, bring in like this. At the same time, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start pushing or pulling our elbows down while we're doing this movement and creating all that tension throughout that body. And we're gonna be holding this for as long as we can. My goodness, we're getting into a little bit of flexion by tucking the ribs, so we're really blasting the rectus abdominis and engaging all the fascia will help blast that TVA. You're doing absolutely phenomenal, okay?
So we're doing great. We got 18 seconds. My goodness, keep that tension squeezing the glutes. Keep the ribs tucked. Should be shaking a little bit because you're doing absolutely phenomenal. We almost there. And then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. So absolutely phenomenal. So again, the RCK plank developed by former Soviet Special Forces trainer. My goodness, definitely makes you think if that was Ivan Drago doing that to get those abs. But again, really great job. Keep that word of power in the back of your mind. My body deserves care, appreciation, and nourishment. And until next time, I'm Carlo Lalonde.